Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today what I thought we'd do was share with you all a very easy summer makeup tutorial that anyone can recreate at home, and it's this makeup look here. So this is just very easy. You could probably recreate it with a lot of the products you already have in your makeup collection at home. If there was anything that I do feature a link in the description box if you did want to try it, but it's just very natural. It's just quite a kind of glowy makeup look, very easy to wear, would suit most skin types and most people. It does come to summer makeup. A few tips I would probably share with you, like I will throughout the tutorial, would be just to make sure that you keep your makeup light, fresh, glowing, and that's usually kind of the key things when it comes to summer skin. We want our skin to look radiant, so I would avoid anything too heavy or cakey when it comes to foundation or makeup. We just want our skin to look glowing throughout the summer months. And also when it comes to applying your products, you just want to apply thin layers. You don't want anything too thick going on, and just build it up gradually. But I'll explain that all throughout the tutorial. Make sure you stay tuned to the end, and I'll also share with you all how you can win the summer giveaway. It's a giveaway prize of beauty products worth over £100, and there's 10 products in there. So make sure if you haven't checked that out or entered yet that you stay tuned to the end, and I'll share with you all how you can win the summer giveaway. I'm just going to go ahead and start. I've just put on my SPF for the day, so I'm wearing the Boots Soltan SPF 50+. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know how much I love this. I wear it every single day of the year, so this is going to be on underneath my makeup. Also put a little bit of lip balm on as well, just so by the time it comes to the end when I put my lipstick on, my lips are nice and hydrated. I said it's best to go for a nice light foundation in the summer months, something that's super glowy, healthy and not thick in any way. We want nice thin layers of makeup. I'm going to be using the Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix foundation, and my shade is Light Vanilla. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. I'm just going to use hands to put it on, just so it's very natural. I would always say when it comes to foundation, I have filmed a foundation tutorial that less is always more. So I'm just going to start off with that amount. You can use a brush if you want, just whatever you prefer. And always start in the middle of the face. A lovely light coverage. It's not too heavy. As you can see, it just blends into the skin. I would say it's always easy to build it up that way as well. We do usually need more coverage in the centre of our face than we do anywhere else. By the time it gets to the outside of the face, you can sheer it out. It's just going to give a nice light glow to the skin. Again, thin layers, nice fresh glowy skin for the summer months. And nothing too heavy. You're probably best if you do prefer a more heavy makeup look, or obviously a heavier foundation with more fuller coverage, then I'd say that's perfect for maybe the autumn winter months, or even just like an evening look or a special occasion. But I would say when it comes to summer makeup, our skin is always wanting to be fresh, glowy, dewy, and yeah, not caked in makeup, especially if you are out in a warm climate. And if you don't want to put foundation on, you don't need to put it on. To be honest, I wouldn't wear foundation every day. Usually in the summer months I would just use a concealer. So yeah, whatever your preference is. I did actually get my hair dyed yesterday, so just in case anybody notices, I've just got a little bit of dye still there from getting it done. So yeah, just in case anybody notices, I was getting my hair freshened up yesterday. Now that the foundation is on, I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes. I'm just going to keep it super simple and super easy, and just use some colours that most of you will probably have at home. And go ahead and use a palette that I've loved, I've featured here before, and it's a great palette, especially for the summer months and all year round, but it's got colours in it that I think most people would have at home as well, so don't feel you need to go out and get this if you've got colours similar. If you did like the look of it, I'll link it below. And it's the iconic London, and it's the Day to Slay eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like here. I will link my other makeup tutorials below in case you wanted to watch those. I'm going to start with this shade here, which is called In the Nude, which I think most people would have at home, something similar to this one. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid, just as a base. And this is just going to take out any redness in the eye. It's just going to neutralise the skin. Obviously without putting a base on, you can see quite a bit of pinky tone in your eyes, so you just dependent on the colour tone of your eyelid. So you're just wanting to kind of balance that out with the rest of the skin once your foundation's on. You can put foundation over your eyes if you wanted to, but I do prefer to go in with a powder, and obviously a powder is going to last longer as well. You'll find it sets better. Or you can use an eyeshadow primer if you want to. So I've just put a little bit in the nude on. I'm now going to go in with this shade here, which is called Ultimate Tan. So it's just a kind of really browny colour, very light browny colour, and I'm just going to put this on, and I'm just going to blend this into the outer corner of the eye and bring it in a little bit. I'm using this lovely brush by Spectrum. It's the B06, and I love this brush. I got it in one of the LookFantastic boxes. It's perfect for blending into the socket line. So when you are putting it into the socket line, I wouldn't hold the brush away down here, because your hand can be a wee bit more heavy-handed when you do that. I would just hold it towards like this part of the brush, down towards the end, and then just gently place it on the outer lid. And you're just going to do a very gentle windscreen wipe motion back and forward, keeping your eyes open and just looking straight ahead, and that's just going to create a little bit of depth and just a little bit of contour in the eye area, just in the socket, as you can see. And I'll just do a little bit more on the other side, again going in with the Ultimate Tan, and again just the same at the other side. We're just going to place that down in the socket and just create a little bit of depth to the eyes. This is great. Somebody did contact me asking if I could do a little YouTube video makeup tutorial that would be helpful for somebody with hooded eyes. So this is great at obviously just creating an eye socket line as well, so just giving it a wee bit of definition. This is a great little tip to do. If this is quite helpful if your eyes are a wee bit hooded, you're to do a little bit of eye contouring like this, and it's just going to create the illusion that obviously you've got a wee bit more depth here, and it's almost like creating your own little eye socket. If you can do that, if your eyes are hooded, that would be really helpful. Just make sure that all your blending is seamless as well in there. So just with those two colours alone, you can see it is very simple, it's very light. We don't want anything too heavy. If it is more of a daytime look, I think I might do an evening one for you in a few weeks' time as well. Make sure you're following along on the Summer 2024 Beauty and Wellness series. I will share an evening one, but this is just more an everyday easy summer makeup look that anybody can do at home. I just thought that'd be quite an easy one to start with for you all. If you did want to build it up a wee bit more and you did want a wee bit more colour, you can. I would just say place a wee bit more of that mid-toned brown, that one, the Ultimate Tan. If you get something similar to that, you can place it in the outer corner again and just bring it across. And I'll just put a wee bit more on the other side. So now that I've just got those two colours on, I'm just going to go in with something a little bit shimmery but still something quite safe for during the day. And I'm just going to go in with this shade here, which is called Bronze, which is like a bronzy shade here. I think it's called Bronze Bay and that's it there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on, just a little bit, very subtly. So if you are using glitters, if you are using shimmers like this, I would say the best way to do it is just to use your ring finger, and you're just going to press obviously onto the eyeshadow like this. Then where you want to place it down is if you just put it in the centre of the eye, just like here, and then just the same on the other side. And then we're just in the centre again of the eye, just in the middle area. You want to put the most amount of product if you are putting it in there. And then I'm just going to blend it out softly at the sides. So once you've pressed it down with your finger, you can give your finger a little wipe off any excess, and then I would just gently soften it down on either side of the lid. And just so that the most concentrated amount is in the lid, is in the middle of the lid. So just to let the light catch it. Again, the same at this side, just gently pressing on there to soften it. And again on the inner corner, you can bring it down just gently into the inner corner if you wanted to. So that's quite nice just when the light catches it, or if you're out during the day. It's nice just to have most of the kind of the shimmer shade in the middle of the eye, like that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of eyeliner. If you don't wear eyeliner, you can skip this part. If you do, then I'll just show you how I would apply mine. You can use a pencil. I usually just, if I was wearing an eyeliner for during the day, I would just use a brown one for a during the day look, and it's quite a soft one. This is just a little Rimmel one that I've had, so it's very cheap and cheerful. What I'll do is I'll link everything I've used in the description box below, but this is a great little eyeliner. As you can see, it's almost finished, so I'll need to get a new one. I'm just going to go ahead and just line my eyes. Just do it in sections, so I would usually just start in the inner corner and just do it in little bits, and just do it in little sections like this, as opposed to just doing a straight line. When it comes to the outer corner, I would start in the outer corner and sweep in. Just take it in that little section there. You can give yourself a little soft wing on the outer corner if you want. If you do have any little bits when you're doing your eyeliner that you want to correct, I usually would just take the brush that I put my lightest shade on with, and I would just pull down just in the inner corner of the eyes, because you would want your eyeliner here in the inner to be the thinnest, and then obviously getting thicker as it goes out. You wouldn't want your eyeliner to be thick, obviously, in the inner corner. The other side. I would say as well, if you did have hooded eyes, this is another great way to open up the eyes, is just to kind of get as close to the lash line as possible if you can. And it's obviously just going to create a more open eye look as well, and just give your eye a wee bit more frame and definition. That's really helpful for MD as well if they're just looking to have a more open eye look. I would say eyeliner can really kind of open up the eyes, especially if you apply it just to the top lid. You find it just creates a bigger eye look. Okay, and now that's the eyeliner on, so I'm just going to go ahead now and do some mascara, and then I'm going to do brows next after that. So I'm going to use my favourite mascara, which if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know which one that is. I did try a new one recently that I did not enjoy, so I will share that in my empties videos very soon, because I'm just not going to use it up, because it's just I can't use it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the one that I love, which is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. So I'm just going to apply that just now. I have created a separate mascara tutorial, just obviously a wee bit more in depth, showing the best way to apply your mascara. So I'll link that video below if MD hasn't seen it yet. Obviously mascara makes such a difference. When it comes to during the day mascara, I would say this is a great one during the day and evenings as well. It just really lifts the lashes. It doesn't clog at all. It's very easy to put on. It's great at separating them, and yeah, it can just make such a difference. Other side. I will link all my other makeup tutorials below if you wanted to see some more in the description box. If you wanted to check them out, then I'll leave those below for you. If you did want to try any of these products, I do have a discount code with LookFantastic where you can save 20%. So I've used LookFantastic for many years now, and I always order from them, obviously for my beauty products, for makeup. I also do the beauty subscription boxes as well, which you might have seen on my channel too. So yeah, I've used them for a long time, so if you did want to try any of these products, get a 20% discount off. I'll share that code here and below with all the details of where you can, if you did want to try any of these products that I've used for many years. I would say if you are trying a mascara, this is the one to go for. If you haven't found the best mascara yet, I highly recommend this one. I've used it for so many years, always come back to it as the best mascara. So yeah, if you're on the lookout for a great one, I always recommend the Maybelline Lash Sensational to everyone. So I'm just going to go ahead and do brows now. So when it comes to brows, usually I would just start off by giving them a little comb through. We don't want a heavy brow for the summer months. Obviously a daytime summer look needs to be fresh, and a heavy eyebrow look just doesn't really go with summer months, and obviously a during the day look as well. I have seen a lot of people putting their eyebrows on very heavy recently, and obviously as a professional that's done eyebrows for 22 years, yeah, I know it's trending just now, but it's just not for me. I feel as if when I see them, they can look very heavy. They're very distracting as well when you're looking at somebody. You feel like you're just talking to their eyebrows. So if, like me, you do prefer a more natural eyebrow look, obviously eyebrows shape your face and give definition to your eyes and frame them, then I would say build it up slowly and use products that still make your eyebrows look natural. A lot of the ones I see aren't natural looking at all, so if you're wanting a more kind of natural eyebrow look, you might find this helpful, just how I'm applying it. So I'm just going to start with an eyebrow pencil to begin with. And when you're using a pencil, if you were doing your own eyebrows, if you've not had them laminated, you just want to start very gently, hold the pencil very gently. Don't hold it like a crayon like this, because you're going to get a really solid line. You just want to do it nice fine strokes over the eyebrow. Obviously my eyebrows are very sparse. I've not had anything done to them. They did get over plucked back in the day when obviously thin eyebrows were in, and sometimes they just don't grow back, but if you are doing them I would say just go very light-handed, because yeah, a very heavy eyebrow look can be very distracting when you're talking to people. So yeah, again, just very softly, you just want to very softly pencil. If you are using a pencil, you want it to be a very soft one like this Rimmel one, which is so easy. This is great because I use this as an eyeliner and an eyebrow pencil as well. And when you're doing them, you want to make sure that you're combing them just into place so that they look natural. I see that they belong on my face, and they obviously match my hair, my skin tone, and I would normally just leave it like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little powder on top of them just to kind of keep them in place for the day. But yeah, stick with your natural eyebrow shape if you can. If you want to go a little bit fuller, then just build it up gradually so it gives you more control. I'm just going to use the Burgundy Bar here. I love this palette. As you can see, it's very well used by Maybelline. So when it comes to eyebrows, I usually just go in with this shade here, which is a very neutral one, and I just put a little bit extra powder on from there. So I'm just going to go over, and this is just going to fill them in just a little bit more. Again, very lightly when you're using a brush on the eyebrows. We don't want to be heavy-handed in any way. We just want to define what we already have, so the eyebrows still look as natural as possible, especially for a daytime look as well. I would say powder, a pencil and a powder is quite a good combination if you are somewhere warm, or if you just want your eyebrows to last for the day and stay on for as long as possible. Obviously it's a good way to kind of set them into place. So I would just, again, very gently, you can see I'm just using very gentle strokes, just putting the eyebrow shadow on. This is obviously an eyeshadow, but these eyeshadows can be multitasking, so you can use it for an eyebrow as well. So again, as you can see, my eyebrows are still very natural. I've put a wee bit of powder on them. I'm just going to comb them through before setting them into place with a little bit of powder. Now I'm just going to use this Rimmel powder here. It doesn't have the writing on it anymore because the packaging is so well used. I've had this for such a long time. The shade is Peach Glow. So this is the one that I've used for a long time now. It's a great powder. It's such a great powder. So I would just use this little BareMinerals brush, and then I would just gently dust over my eyebrows like that, just to keep them in place for the day. And yeah, you can see that they look natural. They still look like eyebrows. So just don't make the mistake of drawing them on too heavy. I know it's trending just now, but I feel as if we're all going to look back in like maybe a few years time, and obviously when the trends change, and we'll all be like, what were we thinking? So yeah, comment below, do you like the thin eyebrow look, or are you into the really heavy eyebrow look? Let me know, I'm interested to know. So now I'm going to go into concealing. So again, it's another Maybelline favourite. I love these Maybelline products. They're so affordable, and obviously they're high street budget friendly, so you don't need to spend a lot of money for great makeup products. So I'm just going to go ahead and do some concealing. So when I'm using this concealer, I like to just use my finger, and then I would just gently, again, this is another pet hate when people put too much concealer under their eyes and they cake the under eye area in concealer. I've seen people pouring it on with foundation as well, or like they just put like maybe like 3 big dots on, and then they try and blend it out, but there's just far too much makeup and product on their face. So the best way to get more control when you're applying makeup is just to build it up gradually, small thin layers. I can't emphasise that enough. Start small and build up. Don't put it all on and then try and blend it out, because it's just going to look so unnatural, your face with the makeup on it. It's going to look very flat. The makeup looks very flat when I've seen a lot of people doing it, because it's so heavy, it's so caked, you can't see their skin through it. So yeah, I would say build it up slowly, thin layers, and just use your fingers if you want, just for a wee bit more control. So you can see how little I'm putting on in the eye area there. I would start in the inner corner and just sweep it out under the eye area. So you don't want to be heavy handed, you don't want to be like rubbing under the eye area, because that's obviously where you'll get fine lines and wrinkles. Again, the inner corner there, I'm just gently dabbing it in, just build it up. If you want to put a bit more on, you can gently add a little bit more in. You want to blend it so it's seamless under there. So yeah, that's another thing that I would say highly recommend. Build it up gradually under the eyes. If you have any blemishes, this would be the time to go in and put a little bit of concealer on them. Again, a little bit of concealer. Anywhere you can see any little blemishes, I would just put a little tiny bit on them. I usually like to put a little bit in between the eyebrows just here, just to create the illusion of a little bit more space. And then if you have any blemishes on your face, so I do have a few down here, again light amount, we just want to do a little bit of coverage. We don't want that caked looking. Usually around the nose, just pop a little bit around there, we can get a little bit of redness there. And just build it up gradually when you're doing your makeup. It is trending just now to pour makeup on your face and products, but I don't know where this trend started. It's the strangest thing when I watch it. I just think nobody puts their products on like that. I don't see any professionals applying makeup in that way either, where they would just pour it onto their face and watch it run down. I really don't know where that trend started, but yeah, I'm hoping it's going to end soon. As a professional, it can be quite frustrating to watch when you see people putting it on that way and you're just thinking, I know it's popular and somebody's started this trend, but I just, every time I see it, I just think, please stop doing that. So yeah, I've just put a little bit of concealer on, just around these areas here, any areas that need a little bit of attention. That's my concealing done. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do a little bit of bronze. And I got this lovely bronzer from NARS in one of the recent LookFantastic, I think it was the Summer Heroes edit. I'll link that below if you've not seen it. It's this beautiful shade here. So for during the day in the summer months, you're going to want a little bit of bronzer. If you are tanned, it's nice just to bronze your face up a bit, but if you're quite pale like me, then I would say yeah, it's nice just to add a little bit of colour to your face as well. And then again, when it comes to applying bronzer, you're just going to want to like put it where the sun would naturally catch your face, so that would be the forehead. You're going to get a little bit across the nose. You want to take it almost in like a 3 and an E. If you can kind of see the way that I'm applying that to the skin, it's almost like a 3 down the side of the cheek, and then round here, just where the sun would hit it. And don't forget to do your neck to make sure it's all blended, and just give yourself a little bit of definition around there, around the jaw area. If you want to create the illusion of a slimmer neck, then bronzer's your friend. You can just bring it around the jawline and just emphasise that there. So if you did want to go in with more bronzer, you can do that. I know some people like quite a bronzy look in the summer. I would say, depending on your skin tone, if you've already got a bit of colour, just whatever feels looks most natural. So that's my bronzer done. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is just a little bit of blush, but I'm actually going to do the blush last because I would always lipstick first, because it's only after your lips gone you realise how much blusher you need or how little. So I'm just going to start off first of all with a lipstick that I love, and it's this one here. And it's by BareMinerals, and I just love this shade here. This is a perfect little summer one in all year round nude, and it's called Insight. So I love this shade. I'm just going to put this on, and then I'm going to do a little definition around the lips afterwards. You can line your lips before if you wanted to, but I quite prefer putting this shade on first, and then I can see how much I need to put on of the liner. And that is the shade there, so it's a beautiful nude shade, really nice. These BareMinerals lipsticks, I trade with BareMinerals and I've done many makeup on brides and special occasion makeup in the spas that I worked in before, in the hotels, and BareMinerals is such a favourite of mine. The makeup is beautiful. I love the original foundation. If anybody's tried that, that's a great summer foundation because it's so light. and obviously it's very natural as well, and it's breathable for your skin. It's so pure you can sleep in it as well. There's only 5 ingredients in it, so that's a great one. I think I'm going to maybe try and order a new one, and I can share another tutorial with you all on how to use that. But I did create one before, which is on my other channel now, but I'll link it below if you haven't seen it. It's a beautiful foundation, so if you do like BareMinerals, I would say, yeah, make sure you check that one out. I'm going to finish with blusher now, and I've been going between these two through the summer months, which I love. So I've got this lovely little NARS one, and it's this shade here, which is Orgasm, which is a very popular shade. It's beautiful, perfect for summer. And I've also been enjoying using recently this Ciate London Velvet Skin Cream Blush in shade Fancy. So today I'm just going to go ahead and do the NARS one, which is lovely, and it's just got a little shimmer through it as well, so it's very nice. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on. So again, I would say wait to the end of your makeup to do your blush, because it's only when you find out how much you actually need to put on. And always apply it to the high points of your cheeks like this. And if it's just a wee during the day look, you just want a little natural flush of colour like that. And it's a beautiful shade, as you can see. I'll link everything in the description box below, like I said. And then what you can do at the end once your makeup's done is just put a little bit of powder on the areas that you feel need a little bit of powder. So I would just do the chin, around the nose, over the forehead. And yeah, I quite like the glow that's in the cheeks, so I wouldn't want to dampen that down too much. I would want to just leave that and just set everything else on the face. And that's the finished makeup look. So this is a very easy and simple and basic everyday summer makeup look. If you're going into the office, if you're working throughout the summer months, or if you're just looking for a little easy everyday makeup look to do, even if you're on holiday, on a city break, and you're just wanting something quite easy to create, then this is a great little makeup look. What I'll do is I'll link everything I've used in the description box below, all the makeup products. And remember, if you did want to save on any of the products, if you did want to try anything, then I'll link those below as well, and you can save 20% with my discount code. I'll link it here as well, and you can use that across LookFantastic too. I would say make sure you're also in, obviously this is part of the Summer 2024 Beauty and Wellness series, so make sure if you haven't already you've entered the giveaway, and I'll link the video below and all the details on how you can enter the giveaway to win the prize. I'll share with you the prize, because I did say that I'd share with you what the prize was. So we've got a box of goodies here that are 10 products inside worth over £100. So there's a little bit of everything in there to see you through the summer months. We've got sun cream, we've got tan, we've got a tanning product, we've got some makeup products. These are trending on TikTok. We've got foot cream by L'Occitane, we've got a Murad product, we've got Philip Kingsley hair product, that's the swim cap. And also there's a beautiful mascara here from KVD Beauty. These are full-size products, some of these ones in here. And yeah, there's a little supplement drink in there as well. There's also a Peter Thomas Roth beautiful Rose Cell Anti-Aging Coolant Gel Mask for the summer months too. So if you want to win this box of 10 products, there's also a perfume sample from Daisy, which is Marc Jacobs too, so that's a lovely little summer fragrance as well. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning the products, then make sure you watch the video which is linked below, and it'll give you all the instructions on how to win the box of goodies. It's open to UK only, so the winner's going to be picked on the 30th of June, so if you haven't yet, make sure you enter the competition. I will be doing more seasonal giveaways on this channel, so there will also be an autumn one, Christmas one, and yeah, I feel as if that'd be quite a nice thing to do, just to give back to the subscribers on this channel. For anyone new here, my name's Pamela, and I'm obviously the Scottish Beauty and Spa Guide, but I've been a beauty and spa therapist for 22 years. So now I work on YouTube full time, creating content, creating videos and tutorials to share with you all some knowledge and experiences that you might find quite helpful. Just sharing some knowledge from that beauty background experience that I have, some great spas as well, and also some skincare recommendations and unboxing videos too. So if that sounds like something you enjoy watching, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also find me over on TikTok and Instagram at Scottish Beauty and Spa Guide, and I'll leave that below as well. Stay tuned for more of an evening summer makeup look, which I'll hopefully share with you all in a few weeks as well. Thanks for watching everybody. I'll see you all in the next video.